Convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
The Epstein blast radius.
You open YouTube. Epstein dominates the feed. Open X. Still more Epstein. Try to watch a cooking video. Somehow still Epstein. It's everywhere. And here's the strange part. The story may matter, but the velocity matters more. Have you ever felt a single name hijack your entire day? That's not random. This episode isn't about Epstein. It's about what happens to us when something like Epstein detonates in the feed. Scandal isn't new. Corruption isn't new. Power abusing itself isn't new. What's new is velocity. Stories don't travel anymore. They detonate. Within hours, headlines multiply, threads speculate, videos dissect. Everyone becomes an analyst. And before anyone verifies anything, the reaction cycle has already begun. The algorithm does not reward truth. It rewards intensity. Outrage spreads faster than nuance. Suspicion spreads faster than evidence. Emotion spreads faster than context. And we live inside a system designed to amplify what spreads. Not what's stable, not what's careful, definitely not what's boring. I feel it every single day. You probably do too. A headline detonates and suddenly the rest of your thoughts are pushed aside. Your focus fractures. Your ability to think clearly, to hold a steady train of thought, gets quietly hijacked. That's the spell this technological revolution has cast. It doesn't need to convince us of anything. It only needs us to keep reacting. And most of us don't even notice the switch has flipped. Until the day is gone and we wonder where our attention went. This is exactly why GeoDialectics exists. We're using the same technology that accelerates the noise to slow it down, to turn reaction back into real dialogue. The kind that actually breaks the spell instead of feeding it. You don't just consume these stories, you metabolize them. You open your phone just to check. 45 minutes later, you know the flight logs, 3 speculative threads, and theories about coded emails. But you forgot why you picked up the phone. In the attention economy, outrage is currency, and attention is the mint. The scandal becomes a gravitational well. Everything bends towards it, even your day. There's nothing wrong with caring about corruption. There's nothing wrong with wanting accountability. But there is a difference between awareness and capture. Awareness informs you. Capture owns you. Awareness clarifies. Capture agitates. The consumer becomes the consumed. And that's the mechanism, not ideology this time. Habit, refresh, scroll, refresh, scroll. We didn't just open Pandora's box, we installed push notifications for it. And while the breakdown in trust around us is real, in institutions and leadership and the systems we once took for granted, the power to protect our own minds remains ours. Yet the moment we see that mechanism clearly, the spell begins to weaken. We don't have to stay captured. Equilibrium is still possible. by simply noticing when the habit loop starts and choosing to step back one mindful pause, one deliberate breath at a time. We begin restoring the balance between staying informed and staying free. That small act of mindfulness is the real first move towards agency. This isn't about one case. It's about infrastructure. The same system that amplifies scandal amplifies outrage, amplifies conspiracy, amplifies panic, because amplification keeps you here. Time on platform is the metric, not equilibrium, not sanity, not maturity. The system doesn't ask, is this healthy? It asks, are they still scrolling? We've been conditioned exactly like Pavlov's dogs. A notification rings and we reach almost without thinking. The same technology that solved real problems, the seamless gate access to a building, the instant bank transfer, the convenience we all use every day, has quietly become a conveyor belt of endless stimulus. And like Homer in hell with the donuts, we keep reaching for the next one, even when it stops feeling like pleasure and starts feeling like the only thing left. No one outside is going to hit the stop button. That's why voices like this one exist. To simply say, we can still choose to pause, to reflect, to remember that too much of a good thing eventually owns us. Every hour spent cycling through scandal is an hour not building something real. Your health, your family, your discipline, your long-term mission. You cannot control what powerful people have done, but you can control what owns your attention. Attention is the root of agency. If you don't guard your attention, someone else will monetize it. That's not paranoia. That's the business model. So in episode 1, we began with a simple feeling. Something feels off. In episode 2, we looked at how systems behave differently than the individuals inside them. In episode 3, we saw how belief can quietly become identity. And in this episode, we've examined how attention itself can be hijacked by design. And all of it leads to one quiet question for episode 5. What does discipline actually look like in an age of infinite stimulus? Because sovereignty doesn't start in government. It starts in attention. Here's a simple experiment. For the next 7 days, when the next scandal cycle detonates, don't avoid it, observe it. Notice how it pulls. Notice how often you return. Notice how your mood changes. That single shift from consumed to observer is the beginning of discipline. Not through outrage, through quiet, repeated choice. It's clear we're not going to stop using the technology that's already here. It delivers real utility, communication, entertainment, convenience, and more. But what matters now is how we use it. If this conversation helped you see the pull on your attention even a little more clearly, the simplest way to keep it going is to subscribe. Zero cost, zero pressure. Just more of these structured looks at the systems we're all navigating together.